Marriage is a journey filled with companionship, trials, and triumphs. It is a partnership that evolves with time, requiring love, patience, and understanding. Welcome to Mr. and Mrs. I am Aisha Kari Sharif. On the program today, we will explore the various aspects of marriage with my guests in the studio. But let's get to know them better. Here is their profile.
Dr. Emmanuel Bolarinwa Ogunyannwa is an ordained Anglican priest with 24 years of service, experienced in various national and international church roles. As a seasoned marriage counselor, he has helped couples build strong faith-based relationships for over 20 years. He is happily married to Mrs. Biola Oso Ogunyannwa for 16 years. With 3 children embodying love, commitment, and faith, Mrs. Biola Oso Ogunyannwa, affectionately known as Olomi, is a dedicated professional with a deep commitment to children and family life. She is a certified teacher, business owner, and marriage counselor, demonstrating versatility and leadership. Together, they form a dynamic team devoted to strengthening families and inspiring faith-filled living, sharing a deep commitment to building strong and loving families.
Welcome back. And that was a profile of Dr. and Mrs. Ogunyannwa. And they are here in the studio with me. Let's get to know their journey. What brought them together? What is their story? How has it been for them for the 16 years in this marriage institute? Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's good to have you.
Thank you.
We're delighted to be here
I
today.
love the smile. She has this beautiful smile and a calming smile.
When I'm angry, saying the gap tooth, I calm down.
It's part of the beauty.
Exactly.
They said if a woman has a gap tooth,
Yes.
yeah,
Exactly.
she is a beautiful woman.
She uses it as a flick on me, so it's fine.
This is serious, madam. So your journey has been for 24 years,
Yes.
but then you've been married for 16 years.
Yes.
So tell me your story. How did you get to meet this beautiful woman here?
Mm. Well, I'll try and paraphrase because some parts of it are actually funny. We met in church. We attend the same local church. We're from the same state. In fact, we're from the same local government. So I was already out of secondary school, planning to go to the university.
Alone.
Yeah. So, but she came home. She was in boarding school, secondary school.
Okay.
So she was in her final year, and she came home on a visit or holiday. Can't remember. Holiday, yes.
Okay.
And she usually sits beside her mom.
Oh.
But this very day, she was wearing a particular gown, a purple gown actually.
I hope it's still there in the house.
I told her not to give it out, so the gown is still very much in the house. So after the service, I'm the organist of the church. I was the organist of the church. So after the service, I was just playing some voluntary for people to recess and all of that. So she stood up beside her mom and walked out, and I saw her backside. And the story changed.
It was just that.
It was just that.
And the purple dress.
And the purple gown, actually. It was so elegant that I had to look over and over. I had to actually run. I actually ran after her, but I couldn't see her. So I gave a small note to her sister. The small note is still in the house. To her sister to help me give her. And here we are now. So the priest of our church then, now a bishop, she was not baptized then because she has a Muslim background.
Okay.
So she needed to be baptized because she's just coming to church fresh. So the priest in our church, funny enough, decided to pick me as the godfather.
Wow. It was just something. The connection was just too much.
So we went and we met that 2099, 2000. So 2000, we got close. I started visiting, doing the preparing the ground, go to their house. I went to their house once because their mom is a no-nonsense woman. Their dad is in Lagos because that's where the business is. But he comes home every weekend or every 2 weeks, depending on the itinerary. So, but we usually meet in church. So I do go to our shop.
What state was that?
Ogun State, Shagamu actually.
So let me ask you, well, what attracted you to him? Yes. And then why did it take you 8 years before you got married?
Anyway, because after like 6, 7 years in that relationship, we have to cut the marriage. I be the
Relationship.
Right. So it was not working.
For who?
Because for me.
Was it for her or for you?
For me.
For her.
For you?
Yes. About him. So
what was it?
I don't like all these guys that always show
too much popularity.
Too much popularity.
And
I told
the ladies man I be. So you escape for yourself.
So I told him, but there's no, so we have to cut. And then my mother too, and she told me that there's no way.
All because of the popularity.
It's not a good something and all that. So, and we cut it.
But then, what brought you back together?
It was when they kidnapped him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's another story.
Yeah.
He was kidnapped and then that love just rushed back.
No, they called me. The only number that I can remember at that time was my number.
Not even my parents' number, sir.
Not even my parents' number.
It was my number.
I'm good with numbers actually, but
that was talked so.
That was the only number I could remember. Because I was actually in coma. I was in coma for I was in coma for 24 hours. I lost my memory. So they just gave me a lot of paper and pen to just be writing everything that comes to mind. So the only thing that made sense in those papers was a phone number.
Tell me more.
And then they called me, do you know so person? So I told my sister, because I was staying with my sister in Abuja. So I went, I saw him. They were only looking for somebody that would identify him so that they can move him to mortuary. So as I saw him, the face changed, but there's a mark on his leg. But I opened I saw the mark. I saw the body move. Really? So I called him and I said, this man is alive. So before we know, he carried
stethoscope.
What this
stethoscope?
No.
Okay, the mask too.
So this what do they call something like gas to give you
oxygen.
Oxygen. Okay. So they carried oxygen and water. So that's how the relationship started.
And a year after we got married.
No, you have to. No, definitely. For it was like you brought him back to life. Yeah. So you just have to stick with this one. Interesting. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back to continue with this beautiful story. Whoa, that's the Shagamu love story that started way back then. Let's go on a quick break and we'll continue with their story. Welcome back from that short break, and I'm still with Dr. and Mrs. Ogunyannwa, and the story continues, sir. So, 16 years in this marriage, could you have done something different?
Done something different? Yeah, a lot. Actually, there have been a lot in the marriage, a lot of challenges. I mean, a lot to the point of breaking out.
The difficult one.
She's a difficult one, of course.
She even accepted it without anything. She just said, I am. But you don't look like a difficult person.
Oh.
She doesn't forgive easily. So it was so difficult. There was a time where my mother was around. In fact, at that point, we thought we were going to go separate ways.
Oh.
So it was so difficult. And money was a factor too. The family finances were too low. And it got AWOL. So nothing was coming in and a lot were going out. And So it
Kids
was
were involved.
lucky to involve school, family. It was horrible. But then, I guess our saving grace, we have a mother in Abuja here who sometimes we confide in. We don't usually tell people our matter. We handle it ourselves because we're married counselors. So we're able to, many of the time we talk to ourselves, but that very fateful day, she just came up with it. We need to go and see this woman. And we went to her. We didn't get satisfaction though, because the woman didn't really address
The issue.
the issue. She just talked like a Christian, but this is more an issue that is more than being a Christian.
Yeah.
And that was the first and the last time. So
And you
we just
decided to be marriage counselors.
so we'll be married counselors before the
To
issue.
address your own issue.
So we now decided that if we're married counselors, then we can address our own issues. And
And has it been working for you?
perfectly well.
Interesting. So, Ma is the kind of person that travels a lot with all that he does. So, how have you been coping when he's absent for a long time?
I would say the grace of God.
Explain more. The kids, have they taken away that, for me, if he's not around, he's not around, and you misses him. So, with the kids, they take his space.
No,
They don't.
they don't. And they will not.
And they will not. Right. You said they will not.
They will not.
His space is different in your heart, and then so as you mentioned, the challenges here and there. Was communication part of the challenges?
Actually, the major challenge. She doesn't talk so much, and I talk so much.
Okay.
When something happened, I notice in her quickly because I read people's containers. But then when you ask her, what happened? Nothing. So I will now have to put on my thinking cap and start the guessing game. Okay, is it about this? Is it about that? Okay, is it about that? I can go as far guessing as possible
And nothing comes out.
until in between she'll say, yes, this. And then,
You'll be suffering.
Yeah.
oh my God. That's actually an understatement. Because she doesn't talk. Even when she says, this is the matter. Okay, what happened? She still won't talk. So I have to now start talking around that matter until I hit the hole.
Wow.
So
Why is it so difficult for you to communicate? Because
I think that it has to do with her
communication
background.
is the key to all relationships. I don't think not just marriage, other relationships.
Anyway, I don't like talking typically.
Okay, you write it down.
We chat on phone. I forgot to mention that. When we have quarrels in the house,
I'll
we don't talk face to face, we chat.
because I hate
With that, she
people-
will express herself.
I hate people reading my reaction.
Oh.
So it may look as if I'm disrespecting him. So I'd rather chat and when I'm chatting, I'll calm down and I express myself very
She could be in the room, I could be in the sitting room.
And
She will
we can be
write
beside
it.
ourselves.
And we can be like this.
And be writing.
And we're just chatting.
So you made mention of finances at the early stage of your marriage.
Yes.
So and it's a leading factor for divorce these days. As a marriage counselor, what can you tell us about it? How do couple now, navigate around, their finances and then get things right?
I would say, first of all, you have to be open-minded.
Okay.
I think you have openness with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know you're a real person.
Mm.
You don't have to hide that this is what I have, or you have this in their
You
account.
men like to do that too.
Ma?
Men like to hide their,
Yes.
they don't want you to know
And
everything.
in the way I see you, that I will want you to spend on me. So if you are behaving as if you have 1 million and you are giving me like 150, I won't agree with you.
How much do you want?
My money is my money, and his money is everybody's
I
money.
understand that very well.
Yes.
But you agree to that, sir.
Yes,
I have no choice.
You have no choice.
yes,
No, I don't want the crisis that happened to come back
Earlier
again.
on.
So I came open to her. Those moments I wasn't coming out open. I hold some debt that I didn't let her know, and they started coming out, and they were eating the family little finances we had.
Oh.
So it was a mess. So after that, I had to come and clear. When I have, I made you know I have. When I don't have, I make you know I don't have.
How much would you agree to?
No, what I'm trying to say is,
No, but I want to know if it's $1 million, how much would you like to get?
the whole.
You're in trouble.
Telling you,
And you're in trouble.
indeed, a very big trouble.
You're not even trying to remain
No.
someone. You're in charge. I can see that part that you've been talking about.
And as a marriage counselor, I attend, like you see, we travel and we attend seminars. But there's one particular program I attended to a seminar. It wasn't a marriage seminar. It was a political seminar, actually. But one of the resource persons mentioned something like, if there is a trouble in the house, the man should take the bull by the horn and make sure that the case is settled. Don't put on your ego card.
Yeah.
Try to drop the ego card. Call her, sit her down, and address the issue. And that hit me very deep, even as a marriage counselor. Even though I knew that's what I've been doing, but then it hit me differently. In as much as we chat, sometimes that she doesn't, I'll call her and I say, sit down. She will be walking away, I say, come back here, sit down. She will not, she will face the other side. I say, face me here, sit down. We're not going to chat today, we're going to talk face to face.
Yeah.
So with force and with gentleness, we're able to talk just because of that one word that I hear. So sometimes we need that patience, humility, understanding. Women are difficult generally. I won't be surprised if Alaji says Aja is also difficult a little.
So before we go on a break, I would like to ask you, the two of you, this question. Is there anything you would like to change about him?
On the steering, my husband is,
which is a bad thing. So for you, what would you like to change about him?
Nothing.
Anger.
Apart from anger. She gets.
You don't even want to wait for the next person. So she knows her team, and you know.
Exactly. So we work around that.
I'm working on it.
And I'm working on mine too, but just the business gets increasing by the day. And WhatsApp call, WhatsApp message, WhatsApp video, you have to respond. Just as we hear now, I was responding to some people, even on WhatsApp video and all of that. So.
Being a very busy person.
Exactly, but
the good part is you all understand what it is.
Exactly.
The other person is like,
exactly.
And that person is willing to work on it.
Exactly.
Which is the best thing in a relationship.
Yes.
Well, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at our game section, getting to know more about the two of you right here. So, well, we'll be discussing marriage, and the program is all about marriage, understanding, getting to know your partner very well, which will bring us to our next segment of this program. We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, the game section continues. Welcome back. The program is still Mr. and Mrs. coming to you from the Unity Station. And now it's time for our game segment with my guest here in the studio. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now that she says she's ready, I'll start with you. So, what is favorite color? Yes, sir. Can we know your favorite color?
Grey and black.
Okay. Can you show them? The audience. Can you also show it? Even though your handwriting is very small. So I can take that ash and black to be the same thing.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay, we're good. We'll move on to the next one, if you're ready. Who gets ready first in the moment? That's right. Yes. Okay. It's a question for the two of you. Can we see it? Yeah. Because he does a lot. So who gets first? You get first, sir.
I wake up before I sleep. I'm the last person to sleep, and I'm the first person to be awake. So I wake all of them up.
And you get ready first.
And I get ready first. Yes. Because we have to do family devotion, so I get all of them ready.
Okay. This question goes for her. Which meal have you ever served your husband that is the worst meal? Hmm. He said none. He said yam and fried rice.
Because I don't know how to cook fried rice. So the day I
Oh,
cooked
really?
it did not.
And you forgot
Well,
about this.
that's been long ago. It's not a recent
So you
thing.
don't cook fried rice at all.
I don't know.
It's not a recent event. It's been long.
So sir, you only eat fried rice outside.
I don't even eat fried rice so much like that.
Is it because she doesn't know how to cook it, or
I'm a swallow person. Give me something to swallow.
well, that was a good section.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well, that was our game section with my guest here in the studio. Well, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll look at the advice that everybody needs. Even if you're already in it and you think you know it, there's one or two things that you don't know. So we're always learning in this journey. We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Mr. and Mrs. continues. Welcome back to Mr. and Mrs. My guests are here, Dr. and Mrs. Ogunyannwa. A word of advice from you, ma'am.
I'll say anybody that wants to go into the marriage should be able to understand the partner and have patience and learn in that marriage, because learning in a marriage is very, very important. And when you learn, take action, and with that, the
You'll
marriage
be fine. Thank you. And to you, sir.
I don't actually know where to start to summarize it, but then, like she said, marriage is a thing where you learn even while in it. There's no guide, there's no book to it. This generation seems to be copying a lot. They should stop copying.
Okay.
They copy from what you copy, even when you're doing a research and you copy, the plagiarism will be against you. So the same thing in life. When you copy what is not working for you, you run into problems. So they should stop copying. Be yourself. Learn on it. Learn the communication that works for you. That's key. In our history of marriage counseling, that is one thing we tell them. Learn the communication that works for you. In fact, this generation calls it love language. Knows what works for you, knows what works for your partner, and be ready to use it very well.
Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate you. We appreciate the lessons we've learned from you, your love story, your challenges, and then how you've conquered it. And I'm sure you've conquered it.
Yeah,
to some extent.
I would say yes.
To some extent.
Mm.
Yeah, because it's a learning process.
Yeah.
Mm.
So on the program, we always like to give a gift, a package to our guests. And this is for you. Courtesy of the program, Mr. and Mrs.
Thank you very much.
I say thank you for coming on our program.
Thank you very much. We really
And another
appreciate it.
thing, we have a one-night getaway
Oh wow.
in a hotel, Capital Club and Apartments in Aso.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
We have actually been planning for a night out.
And
It has not worked because of my time.
it should work.
Now that this is coming up.
You know, she said she likes to chill.
Oh, she's Minister of Enjoyment on that one.
So, Mr. of Enjoyment, this is for you.
Thank you very much. God bless
And
you.
then we
Thank you
have
so
a
much.
lunch. It could be lunch, it could be dinner, depending on you,
Okay.
at a Lai restaurant.
Okay.
So you choose one.
I'll pick.
Decision can be made at any time.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
on Mr. and Mrs.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you very
I had
much.
a wonderful time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Interesting. This is their story. And I'm sure you've learned one or two things from them. So whether you're newly married or celebrating decades of, this marriage or the thing, this program is for you. Do you have a story to tell us? Do you have something new to show us in your own story? Because every day we get to see different people, different stories. What is your story? My name is Aisha Kari Sharif, and the program is Mr. and Mrs. on the Unity Station. Join us, same time, same station.
You're the one I want, oh. Before my liver start to fail, you're the one I need, oh. Before cassava start to hail, and if I ever leave, oh, make what I carry me, they go far away, far away. So I am looking for a sister, Jova, my lover, oh. She got the dollar, she dey wear designer. So I am looking for a sister, Jova, my lover, oh. She got the dollar, she dey wear designer. So give me assurance, yeah, assurance. I give my baby assurance, I give my baby lifetime insurance, yeah, assurance. Oh no, assurance. I give my baby assurance, I give my baby lifetime insurance.